All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. So, I'm going to kind of have this one as a quick one. I'm finally replacing this passenger side door switch module on the Jeep here. If you kind of watched the last electrical problem video, this thing has an intermittent problem of the power door locks not working. Now, per the way this vehicle is wired, uh, this door switch is technically a module that controls all the power locks, whereas the driver's side module controls all the power windows. I've been running into is the power door locks work intermittently. Doesn't matter if I use this, that door, or the key fob remote. That door switch, lock door switch on that thing, gets wired into this door. The receiver for the keyless entry that's in here is wired into this door switch. Anytime you make a command to unlock or lock the vehicle doors, it all goes to this switch in the door. This is the module that controls all the door locks. Now, I do have a door lock actuator that's bad in this door. It does not work at all. Hasn't worked in a while. So I believe that's the actuator bad in here, or it's got cut wires somewhere in the joint. I haven't dealt with that. I'm not sure if I will ever deal with that. But I would kind of like to have these working on top of it. Also works the back lift gate, which that one with the key is kind of a pain in the ass to unlock and lock if the automatic door locks aren't working. The tailgate's kind of a pain to even open, which is a whole nother ordeal. So, last night this wasn't doing it. Right now it's working. Unlock, lock, unlock. Last night, like always, it didn't want to work. Every time you push this button or either lock or unlock, this one, the one on the driver's door, or the remote, you would hear this door module click. So it was getting the command, but for some reason it wasn't commanding the power lock actuators. Because I've drowned this thing like twice and water has gotten up to like here, pretty bad. I think the contactors in the relay that's within this switch are probably bad, or the somewhere along there. Or even the pigtail could be effed up. I'm going to pull this door panel off. Replace this switch, which this was literally, you can kind of see the part number there. This was $20 off of like Amazon. Because you got a Phillips head screw here, Phillips head screw here. You got another one down here, another one down here, and another one down here. And then you can literally pull the door panel off, up and off, and you just have the rod for this that you have to take off. And I think there's a rod on this for the lock too. Once you take them off, you can literally unplug the switch and toss it, whatever. But all along the perimeter here that you can't see, there are these little Christmas tree clips like this that clip onto the door, that hold the door panel onto the door. Every single time I have removed this door panel or the driver's door panel, those things are breaking. I am literally have had it with them. So I'm also going to put some, look at the size, but I'm going to drill holes where those clips are supposed to be in through the plastic door panel, and then in the hole that the clip is supposed to go in, I'm going to put in what's known as a rivet nut, and then I'll eventually get bolts and just bolt the outside of this onto the door. So then it'll be easier to take the door off and door panel off, and I don't have to deal with the plastic clips anymore. I'm so sick and tired of them. So let me kind of, I don't know, I guess I'll show you taking the door panel off, which is not that bad. Let's see how you guys like this. So I'm just taking off all the Phillips screws, and I'm kind of going to just, because I'm going to get rid of these plastic clips that are all around here, I'm literally just going to rip the door panel off and rip those clips off. All these Phillips head screws on my seat. That one. Then I have a bigger screwdriver for, I believe these are Phillips if I remember correctly. Yeah. These are generally not that tight on here. There's one, two, there's two. And literally all these are for is when you close the door, it gives you a sturdy place to pull. And another one here. I'm pretty much probably going to guarantee I'm going to see corrosion on this switch, which I don't have a pigtail for, but we'll cross that bridge when I come to it. If I can get these off, I can at least. Yep, that one broke. Broke. Yeah, they all fucking broke. Shocking. Oh, there it goes. Ow, my finger. Ah. There we go. Up, 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 up. Yep, and that one broke too. That one. There we go. And they have two clips that hold the bar on. If I can get them to unclip. Anyway, probably should grab the pick. There's one. Yep, that one's off. Come on. Just a little bit more. Seal. God. Dang, you don't want to get out. Okay, there we go. There. You got these two bars, and you have to pivot these off and then pull them out. One goes down, one goes up. The bottom one is the opener. This one is the lock one, which I don't remember which one's lock and which one's unlocked. All right. Now the two connectors. Oh, it broke. What the hell? Oh, that's the stock for the door. Oh well. Oopsie poopsie. That broke. That's not surprising. Unplug that. That is the original door switch. Surprised it lasts that long. Alright. Wow, they have a lot of those stupid things on here. Alright. The plan is, you can see they all freaking, yep, there goes that. Plan is to take these out, drill holes through every other one, and I want to, where these holes are in the door panel, see what size rivet nuts I need to put in those holes without drilling them out too much, and then just literally bolt the door panel back on instead of using these clips. That's where we're gonna go with this. These connectors actually look pretty good. They don't have any corrosion in them. I'm not seeing anything alarming. And being that's the original door switch, I'm pretty sure that's the door switch is my problem. And it was 20 bucks, so. Let me get all these plastic things off and we're gonna look at which ones we're gonna drill out. All right, here's some unseen circumstance. This switch, granted, it was a cheap one. Doesn't work all the time for the lock feature. Does not work all the time. And same with the driver's side door one. The remote, however, does seem to work all the time. I guess that's what I get for buying the cheapest switch. I guess I'll run it for the time being. I'm probably going to get another one, but for the moment being, let's see, where's the, that's the, that's the one. So for the moment being, I'm just going to put this back on as 20 bucks. Eventually I'll probably get a better one or whatever. Because unlock works all the time. Doesn't work on lock all the time. Decides when it wants to respond, but this one seems to, the remote seems to respond all the time. I'm debating whether just to leave this. I'm debating whether just to install this or put it back together with the old one and return this and get a better one. But what I'm going to do here is all in place of those little white Christmas tree things. Now, if you want, that's the part number right there. You can kind of see it. X001CTLMA1. Generally, that's what those are, those Christmas tree clips that clips into every one of these slots. They're in every one of these slots. I'm not going to put them back in. What I found is a rivet nut that's an 8-32 thread pitch. Ignore the passing truck. These rivet nuts fit pretty snug in these holes. I'm going to put, now these are a small bolt, but these are only holding plastic on, so I don't think this is going to be that much of a problem to just drill the plastic out of what I need it to be, and then I'm going to rivet nut every single one of these in with an 832 rivet nut. Drill out the plastic. I may return this, I may not, or put it back together, I don't know. Rivet nut all of them. I'll have to go, of course, the plastic is still good on the door. I think more plastic is in the bottom of this. Dirt, rust. All right. There's that. If you're wondering, these are like boat speakers I put in this. All right. I might as well return that, maybe. Okay, this is becoming a lot longer than I really wanted it to. I pulled the original switch apart. You can tell it's original because it's Chrysler. You can kind of see, assembled in Mexico. Like I thought, there are two micro relays in here. I don't know which one's which. This one's working right now, no matter if I do unlock or lock. It actually doesn't look that bad in here, but I'm pretty sure one of these relays has bad contactors in there and does not make a connection all the time. I can plug this one back in. There's that. Okay. So one relay's for unlock, the other one's for lock. Not that one. I think that one's locked. This one should be, yeah, unlock. Or maybe is it, I don't know. Anyway, in the switch there are two relays. One of them is not working all the time or not completing a circuit within there. The replacement one here is also having an issue. I got a replacement on the way from Amazon. I gotta return this one. I don't even know if the replacement's gonna work. I'm debating whether to just put this back together as is with the old switch or wait for the replacement, which would come in 2 days. Just for shits and giggles. This is the rivet nut. Just put it down in here. Clamp it in. And then take it out. This one I'm not rivet nutting because if I drilled through the panel, which is in the back here, I put the panel back on, so I drilled here, 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 here. Everywhere the plastic is. This one up here is for right here, if you can kind of see it. That's gonna drill through this. I don't want to drill through that, so I'm not gonna put it that one. Besides, you got this alignment pin here that goes in the hole there. The other alignment pin kind of broke on this side, oh well, but I have a bolt that's gonna go right here, bolt here, and then the screw that's supposed to be there. I'll get some screws slash bolts. They're technically considered machine screws. With some fender washers will be good enough to secure this door panel back on and not use these breaking window, or not window clips, these Christmas tree plastic clips that the OEM ones I've never had break when I took this off until like 5 times you've taken it off. Now they're breaking after every time you take it off, so I don't like them. I'm going to be bolting it on there. This I'll kind of put back together. The new window switch comes in 2 days, so that's when I'll put it back together. I don't know if I will make a follow-up at the end of this. I'm throwing this in the back for the time being until I can get the replacement switch. Just put that back there. I'll put this switch back together. So yeah, that's pretty much passenger window slash lock switch replacement, but I don't have one that is working correctly, so I may put a little bit more on the end of this, I may not. But that's the gist of this. Okay, so here's where it's going to be the final installment of this switch here. Door panel's back on. This is all hooked back up. This works Takes a few times for the lock. I don't know why. I don't know why. Probably because I ordered a cheap switch, and that was a replacement one. It was $20 off Amazon. Probably not going to do that again. I'm going to leave it alone for this time being because I just don't feel like taking it apart again. It's whatever, it is what it is. I don't do cheap parts. Well, yes and no for cheap parts. This cheap part didn't work out. It does work, but not how I would want it to. I'm going to leave it alone. It is what it is. Machine screws instead of the clips all around. They should have been 1 inch long instead of 3/4 inch long, but for the most part, you're able to screw them in and be fine. It keeps the door panel secured, and it'll be easier for next time when I get in here. So that's kind of the end of it. Thanks for watching my crappy video. It's not really all that great. I'm kind of just throwing crap out there at this point because I just don't have time to make more quality stuff. Or I don't have a, what would be the word? I don't have a process on which makes me I gotta make up a good process on which I can get good videos made without like redoing stuff constantly. I hate it. But anyway, that's the end of this one. Move on to something else. Thanks, bye.